father of Europe, Charles the Great. These are all names for me, the great ruler and King Charlemagne. I was a very combination of warrior and scholar, and under my leadership, Christianity was preached throughout my kingdom, and the church and its institutions were encouraged. My reforms would provide Europe with a unified national identity and lead to a literary and cultural renaissance. My legacy would inspire future rulers of Europe. I came from a line of strong leaders who led the Franks to a position of strength. My grandfather, you might know him as Charles Martel, Charles the Hammer, drove Muslims out of France and stopped the spread of Islam. My father, Pepin the Short, proclaimed himself king of the Franks with support of Pope Zachary in 751. I became sole ruler in 771. My influence expanded in 800 AD when Pope Leo III crowned me Emperor of the Romans. I was the first emperor to rule the continent since the fall of Rome. Because I unified much of Europe, I was known as the Father of Europe. As a great military conqueror and also a devout Catholic, I promoted Christianity as the official religion of the countries I conquered. I was viewed as a ruthless leader because I compelled many people to become Christians using military force. In 785, I ordered the death penalty for any newly conquered Saxon who refused to be baptized. I furthermore promoted the growth of Christianity in more subtle ways by supporting local priests and churches in the expansion of Benedictine monasteries and copying theological manuscripts. Under my rule, Christianity experienced worldwide expansion throughout all of Northern Europe. Although I never mastered writing, I loved learning and had a desire for my people and my kingdom to be well educated. My educational reforms began by establishing a palace school with a master teacher and monk named Alcuin. I was Alcuin's first student, and he taught me skills such as math, reading, writing, and public speaking. Others, such as my family, church leaders, freemen, and serfs, would also benefit from this future expansion of schools and free education. These schools would diligently study the 7 liberal arts: reading, writing, Latin, biblical and classical studies, mathematics, astronomy, and music. These schools would lay the foundation of the future European universities of the 13th century, which influenced education around the world. By the end of my lifetime, my empire encompassed much of Western Europe, and I became a source of inspiration for future leaders such as Napoleon Bonaparte and Adolf Hitler, who had a vision of ruling a unified Europe. My legacy will be remembered for ensuring the survival of Christianity in the West and reviving educational reforms. Today, I am often referred to as the Father of Europe.